Carson, first off, how'd it feel to get back out there and competing with the guys?
Felt good. It always sucks, watching it, dealing with an injury and something that keeps you out for a game and kind of puts it in perspective and just makes you want to get out there that much more. So it was nice to be able to compete with the guys tonight.
With all the power plays and penalties that are going on, is it hard to kind of get into the rhythm? I mean, one, it didn't seem like it stopped you guys with almost 50 shots on goal, but for you as a player in your first game, is it difficult to find that rhythm with so much shuffling around?
Yeah, I mean, when there's that many power plays, there's no flow to the game. Lines get mixed up because guys are on power play units and their line mates aren't, or whatever it may be. So it didn't feel like there was very much 5-on-5 tonight, and it's just a wild game. You don't see it very often.
With the group firing 49 shots, just ran into a hot goaltender, it seemed like you guys really gave them the game that they didn't expect and controlled a lot of the play. How did you guys take this one? I know it show up just one short on the scoreboard, but it looked like this is something positive to move forward with.
Yeah, I thought we played a great game, and we certainly had our chances. It's just, there's been a lot of these one-goal losses, it feels like, and so I think for us to take that next step, we got to find a way to close these out and, at least force a point out of them.
24 days of the first 36 of the season, you guys have been on the road or traveling or whatever it may be. How nice is it going to be to have 8 of your next 10 at home and get back to Pechanga Arena on Saturday?
Yeah, I mean, it's going to be great. It feels like I've certainly been in a hotel room more than my own apartment back in San Diego, so it'll certainly be advantageous to us to be back home and be with our families, sleeping in our own bed, so that's going to be great. I'm really looking forward to that.
Matt, looking at your game, your team, almost 50 shots on goal. It seemed like they were right there and forced the issue against this group and just kind of ran into a hot goaltender. How did you evaluate and take a look at your team, the way they came out and played with a lot of fire tonight?
When you get 50 shots on goal, you're doing something right. There was a lot of special teams in this game, especially early for us. We had a lot of shots at the power play, and we earned all of the power plays. We felt, and the difference in the game, ends up being special teams, and all the goals were scored on power plays, and in the end we take a tripping penalty and they get rewarded. The takeaways from the game is that was a really competitive effort from our group. You're always looking for, where's the edge, and the edge is in the little things like a penalty. But there was a lot of good from our guys today.
Was it hard when you did have even strength 5-on-5 to get things back in line? Because with all those penalties, it seemed there was a lot of shuffling, just trying to make things work.
It's hard for the guys that aren't involved in special teams, and it's hard when you don't score on the power play to keep minds focused. But the guys stayed with the game, and we didn't give them anything on the scoreboard, 5 against 5. And I thought that, against a highly skilled team like this, I don't know that we gave them a ton. There's certainly looks, but it felt like we had a lot of good grind shifts in the offensive zone, and I felt like the guys defended really hard. So,
how close is this team just from kind of getting over that hump? We keep seeing these efforts are right there. And even one like tonight, if this continues to be replicated, as you said, 50 shots on goal, it's going to go a long way. Once this team can just get that one.
Well, if you look at it at the beginning of the year, it was harder to find wins. And then the last 4 games before this one, we were 500 and, put up 50 shots and, against San Jose, who's a really strong team. And now the opportunity is to bounce back against Bakersfield coming up here this weekend at home. So we'll be thankful to get home, and we'll stay focused on our next effort.